There was recently some more big developments for Bianca Belair, so we'll see what's going on there. We'll also check out what's going on with Liv Morgan's return, Charlotte Flair, and more. Let's start things off with Liv Morgan's unexpected return. It was only a few weeks ago where a tag team match between Raquel, Liv Morgan, and Damage Control ended with some brutal injuries. Liv Morgan wrecked her shoulder and Dakota Kai wrecked her knee, all in the same match. Now, originally, everyone thought that Liv's injury wasn't anything serious and that she'll be back in a week or two. But then WWE announced the big decision that Liv and Raquel would be stripped of the tag team titles due to Liv's injury. That's when fans really started to get concerned. Reports claim that Liv's shoulder was destroyed and how she'll be out for a number of months, and looking into late 2023 best case scenario. But it turns out that those reports and what was going around about Liv Morgan's return couldn't have been any more incorrect. This all went down on the June 23rd edition of SmackDown. It was Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler taking on Alba Fire and Isla Dawn in a tag team title unification match. As everyone pretty much expected, Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler picked up the win and unified the women's tag team titles. This unification gesture was done to retire the NXT women's tag team titles, and now use the main pair of the women's tag team titles across all three brands. But Ronda and Shayna's celebration ended getting cut short in a major way. Raquel Rodriguez was strangely sitting at ringside for this entire match, just watching on. So after they picked up the big win, Ronda Rousey picked up the mic and questioned Raquel on why she was out there. Raquel said that we want our titles back, and that led to Liv Morgan making her return and stepping into the ring to show that her shoulder was perfectly fine, and Ronda and Shayna would retreat out of the ring. So just a very surprising and unexpected return. The way Liv Morgan's injury was being described and the way WWE was so quick to force them to relinquish the titles, it had everyone concerned that Liv was gone for at least a few months. But it ended up only being a few weeks, thankfully. Liv Morgan took part in a SmackDown backstage interview and opened up about her quick recovery and the mission that she's on. She had this to say, quote, "It feels like I'm home. I don't know what to say. I work so hard to come back as soon as I can so that we can get back our championships that we never lost. My shoulder's doing great, by the way. And when we beat them and win the titles, I'm gonna be the only person in the world to defeat Ronda Rousey 3 times. End quote. And before Liv Morgan went down with that shoulder injury, this was something we were talking about for the tag team feud. There was a lot of history there between Liv Morgan and Ronda Rousey dating back to 2022. Liv Morgan cashed in the Money in the Bank contract on Ronda Rousey and defeated her for the SmackDown Women's title. And then the following month at SummerSlam, even though it was in controversial fashion, Liv Morgan did pick up another win over Ronda Rousey. Ronda would get the title back from Liv Morgan at Extreme Rules, but it wasn't really a thrilling end to their feud. Even Ronda Rousey took to Instagram shortly after that and was talking about how their feud could have always been better if they weren't held back and limited in so many ways. Well, now they have the opportunity to revisit that feud with each other, but with Tag Team Gold being on the line this time around, and Liv Morgan was quick to implement her history with Ronda Rousey into this current storyline. So it'll be interesting to see if they keep that up and keep playing off that history. Does Liv Morgan and Raquel have a realistic shot of dethroning Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler? They may give them a good run for their money, but it looks like Ronda and Shayna will still retain their titles over Liv and Raquel. Even though Liv is off a fresh return, Ronda and Shayna just unified 2 sets of titles, so their hot streak should definitely continue past Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Bianca Belair's storyline continued this week on SmackDown in a very interesting way. So the narrative with Bianca Belair over the last few weeks has been that being nice is getting her pretty much absolutely nowhere. She tried to be nice and play by the rules for Adam Pearce, and that ended up with her getting cut in line by the returning Charlotte Flair. That's when Bianca Belair had a small awakening and realized that if she wants something, she's gonna have to go out there and demand it, basically like Charlotte Flair did. So that led to Bianca Belair coming out the following week, confronting Charlotte Flair and putting her foot down by saying that she will instantly confront whoever is the winner between Charlotte Flair and Asuka. So Bianca probably thought that taking a risk and making a slightly edgier move like that would pay off, but once again, she was wrong. Adam Pearce called Bianca Belair into his office to talk about being at ringside and confronting the winner of the WWE Women's title match. He said that there was too much at stake, and he fully banned Bianca Belair from going out to the ring while the match is taking place, but assured her that she will face the winner. Bianca Belair didn't fully believe Adam Pearce and was doubting him because that's what he said last time, and Charlotte Flair ended up getting the title match before she did. Bianca even took to Twitter to voice her frustration and disbelief of getting banned from ringside. And you can definitely see why Bianca Belair may be a bit frustrated. She was cut in line by Charlotte for no reason, and now she was banned from ringside for no real reason either. Bianca never said that she planned on interrupting the title match. She just said that she would confront the winner after the match had concluded, but Adam Pearce still jumped the gun and fully banned her. And you can definitely argue that it's a bit unfair because look at the unified tag team titles match for the women's division. Raquel Rodriguez was sitting at ringside for that title match and had a lot at stake, and she was perfectly allowed to sit at ringside for the match. So why can't Bianca do the same thing? It's definitely interesting and has a lot of fans discussing. It just feels like this could be the seeds being planted and the early foundation for a heel turn for Bianca Belair. Despite her recent weeks of frustration, Bianca is pretty much playing by the book and hasn't done anything even close to being out of bounds. Yet, she continues to be a bit mistreated by Adam Pearce. So, when we see a trend like this in a WWE storyline, it usually continues until something or some event just makes everything implode. So that could be what happens here. Maybe Adam Pearce continues to screw Bianca Belair over in these small but major ways, and it continues to add up on Bianca. And even the big potential imploding moment could be during Bianca's eventual title match between Charlotte or Asuka. No matter who she faces, Charlotte or Asuka could probably cheat and pull a fast one over on Bianca to retain their title. And when Bianca goes back to Adam Pearce to complain, he's kind of fed up and won't really give her another rematch, even despite another cheating and unfair outcome. If everything that unfolds looks similar to that, then it only gives Bianca Belair more and more reason to snap and go heel. She's being cut in line, and now people are constantly cheating to beat her, and no justice is being served for it. So it brings her close and close to that edge. So keep an eye on Bianca Belair and every small detail and misfortune that's happening to her, because it could have a huge payoff in the end. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.